Will on pole, Ema second, Kieran third, Amy fourth, Daniel in fifth place. 5 lights are out and we're away. We go going down to turn 1 in China. The Chinese Grand Prix. Will leads away well, but Ema's coming back off the start. Coming around the outside, can she take the lead? Oh, there's contact between Will and Ema. Oh, and there's also one of the F1 going off.
That must be Michael that's gone off. So the two championship leaders are off the track at turn 1.
We also see Amy going off as well. She was looking to do well at this race. I think Kier's now leading, with Callum in third, Daniel in fourth.
And Chris has made it up into second place in the Brigistochrome. That's amazing. Now let's look at Ema's start. She had a very good getaway off the line. She was on the outside of Will going into turn 1, so let's see what happens here.
Will just doesn't give her any space. You need to be leaving Carl's width on the outside. Just doesn't do that, especially with him leaving the championship.
There's no need for him to be taking that risk. That's definitely Will's fault.
Yeah, he should have just let Ema go. She's got a new car for this round, which has already proven itself to be quick by qualifying on the front row. He just dives in, just can't slow it down. I feel even with Ema not being there, he wouldn't have slowed it down.
It's very possible, or at least he would have run wide and lost the lead anyway. So, but like, what he should have done, I'm not quite sure what he should have done, but he should have broken earlier because Ema already had the position quite clearly. She was quite some way ahead at that point.
Here we're on board with Michael, going around the outside. Oh, and he makes contact with the car on the inside. That's one of the mean team cars. I think that was Stephen going off. He made a lot of contact with cars in the last few rounds. And this is again another piece of contact. Here we see. I wouldn't blame Stephen there. He's just on the apex of the corner. He's got nowhere to go.
Should Michael have been more cautious and just conceded the position given his place in the championship?
Yeah, well, at the very least, just give him some space on the inside. And Amy does exactly the same to Kier, and she goes off as well.
I think like Amy had space to just keep going around the outside. I'm not sure why Amy turned in so much.
Here we're on board with Chris, starting from 6th position, comes out of turn 1 in 2nd. Let's see how he does it. Gets past Daniel off the start in a very amazing qualifying for the frozen light.
And everyone in front just takes each other out.
There's 3 cars out of the way, and he's already looking at Kier to take the lead. We have Daniel on the inside, we managed to out-drag him. And Callum also going past Daniel as well.
And Matt having a run at Daniel as well, so Daniel not having a good exit of that corner.
Yeah, Matt starting in 11th, I think gets up to 5th, so he's in 10th.
And again, just everyone going off at turn 1 and Matt stays out of trouble and gains 6 positions.
Yeah, that is incredible. And he's looking to go around the outside. Oh, there's almost contact with Daniel. Oh, he's barely giving him car's width, but he does. Will continue on in 18th, even down in 19th, and Michael in 20th. They're going to be trying to fight back to get into the top 10 position here to some points.
It's important because they are the two drivers in the championship. The driver that's 3rd in the championship is Josh. He is 13 points adrift of the championship leader.
Here comes Stephen now down the inside of Matt, and he's hit him off again for the 2nd race in a row. Matt has been hit off, and I think it's by Stephen as well. Daniel now looking to come back at Stephen, but drops in behind.
So here's on board with Stephen. He gets a very good slipstream on Matt, and he just dives from a long way back. And
you feel he wasn't going to make that corner. Yeah, Matt turned in probably a bit too early, but Stephen was not slowing that down.
I don't think Matt expected that one at all. Is Kale making it? And
oh, Kale's in the A, he's lost a wheel! Oh my god, the Got to Go Fastest are involved in another accident. And it's a really high airborne, flying himself over Lyra this time. The other Flash Forward to be involved in another incident.
He can't seem to go a race without crashing, can Kale. So, Freddie won't be happy about that, given that he runs the team.
Well, already caught up to the back of the pack, and already closing on his teammate as well, but that is Chris actually going past George, wide. It's not much. These are some very tight corners around here, and you're going to straight to 2 cars wide through most of them.
In the background there, you can see Will trying to make up a position on being trying to make his way through the field, and there's Stephen going off.
Stephen under pressure from Daniel into turn 1, just runs wide. There's yellow flags out as well for Kel's car off out there, but he just didn't see those and just spun it off.
Stephen's fault there. Very chaotic start to this race.
Well now looking at Alex, looking to get past.
It's critical that he gets past these slower cars without too much issues if he's going to make his way up into a strong points position.
Freddie and Jess side by side. You don't want to be getting too close to the go fast car. Oh, Freddie moving, and there's another accident. Freddie's off into the gravel. Jess has been taken with him. That is a disaster. They've got to go fast. At what point are they going to get a race ban?
The stewards have got to be looking at their driving, like, consistently. Every race, they seem to be involved in with every car they come across, they seem to be crashing into them, and this is yet another example of that.
Yeah, Freddie just could not slow that down for that tight left-hander. Loses the rear end, going wide, and Jess is just there. That is terrible luck for Jess. Again, it's more bad luck in this season.
Cactus Mode is having such a strong car this season, and here comes Ema up the inside of Will.
Oh, they made contact and they're off again, both of those cars. Oh, and Will's having to wait for some glasses. He's stuck in the gravel. Here on board with Will, doesn't defend the inside early enough. Ema just barges her way through and
Ema
pushes
clearly
Will
not
off.
happy about the first corner crash.
Yeah, Will waiting for Tiamat of Dan and also Amy's throw through as well.
It really hurt Will's chance of scoring any points here, and which does help Michael and Josh.
Josh is now up to third place, getting past Callum. What a good move that was going into turn 1. See, if you can just do it carefully, no side-by-side contact, that is how you race. Will now down in last and 21st.
The race is finished now. Josh will be just 1 point grip of the championship lead with both Michael and Will out of the points. The Will has made his way up into 9th now. Yeah. So Josh will be 3 points adrift. But even so, it would make his way, he would put himself right into contention.
You're on board with Amy in the frozen light battle with Daniel. You don't want to be making contact with your teammate, I can tell you that. Daniel's just dropping back. Just losing position.
Michael and Alex has already been holding up the championship leaders this race. They're already scoring.
He's doing well. He's doing a lot better than his teammate. We can say that. Oh, and that's a car off in the background. That's Daniel. Oh, he's doing really well. I think in 6th position. Here he goes. He just locks up, runs wide. Fortunately, there's a lot of gravel runoff, and he manages to keep it in a straight line and going, which means he can just rejoin the track straight away. But he does lose, I think, about 6 positions. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, a lot of time lost there. That will.
That's a big shame. He's running in very good position, especially before those accidents at the start. And here comes Callum, looking up the late move up the inside.
Thinks better of it.
Oh, probably for a good idea.
It's the same corner Freddie into Jess into, so we've seen what can happen there. If you misjudge your braking point when you're trying to overtake someone.
Yeah, here comes Ema now. She's looking to get a good run on Michael, but Michael defending aggressively. Michael just got past her.
Here's Ema against Lyra.
Lyra coming in front of Jess.
Jess, I should say, yes.
That's very aggressive behaviour there. Jess is actually holding his own in 2nd place. And Jack's running wide as well from 14th. He's spun off. Is he going to hit the wall? He just keeps it out and does he keep it running? Yes, he does.
But remember that Jack's teammate Kay is leading this race. We haven't talked about him much, but he's currently got a 7.3 second lead on lap 6.
Yeah, that's because Chris and the British Crone, he is not the fastest car out on track, but he is holding his own, especially when Josh and Callum battle each other. I think Josh has now got a bit of a gap to Callum. Can he force the issue with Chris? Yes, and he is! He's looking up the inside, but Chris defends aggressively, manages to hold the position. Who will get the better run out of this corner? Coming into another left-hander now. We've seen accidents here already. Oh no, going to the... Oh, Chris pits! And almost takes out Josh in the process. Oh, that was...
That almost looked like... Do you remember Silverstone in Season 2?
Yeah.
There was a massive crash in the pit lane entrance.
Was
I
it?
nearly looked like it was going to be like that.
Yeah, that was when Peter came into the pits and Lyra had a massive roll as they hit each other. Callum follows Chris in. Chris now easily going past Amy.
Yes.
That power of the second grid is, I think, the highest of the whole grid.
Oh yes, like 1,000 horsepower in qualifying trim. Quite close to that in race trim as well.
Yeah. But Amy doing really well still in 4th. I know the pit stop sequence has got to come out, but we're expecting that to be about 6%. He comes down now. And Callum still ahead of his teammate Amy, having made his pit stop. That's down really good by into team there.
It's Michael in the season broken down again. But Christopher reliability has really been their main issue this season. And given how much of a good race Chris in the other car is having, you gotta hope that he doesn't have a similar issue.
Yeah, but look where he stopped as well. He's stopped right on the outside of a corner. Oh, it's a really slow corner as well. Hopefully the yellow flags will be out. We don't want any racing into there, but we know what these drivers are like when they see a yellow flag. It's almost like them for the speed up at that point. Straight well, 16th position. As well. He's coming out behind Michael.
His championship rival. Michael's not having the greatest race either, of course, also being taken out into turn 1, but like Michael is in a place to take points here, and Will is definitely going to be struggling to do that today.
Yeah, here we come on board now. With see Kier has a 9-second lead. Oh, this is Callum, Amy, and Daniel side by side, and Amy making more contact at the first turn, with Daniel sneaking through again. A lot of tight racing. Amy is not going to be happy there. She still needs to make her pit stop, and is not struggling. Oh, it just turns in on Daniel. I know she has the racing line, but Daniel's still on the inside. She just can't do that.
It's very similar to what she did into turn 1 as well.
Yeah, on the first lap. Look how that turned out. It's exactly the same. She's got to learn that you can't be that aggressive. Or Dan, oh, he's running wide. Is he going to hit the wall? He's done exactly the same as Jack, but he's hit the wall and he's out. He's lost both his front wheels. Also, we see Alex has spun as well.
And one of the Brachistocrones as well.
Oh, that's got to be Chris.
And the F1, yes.
Oh, is that oil down or something? Chris from second place after his pit stop. He runs wide, bouncing over the curb. He avoids Alex just.
Spins right into the middle of the track, and here comes Callum, and obviously manages to avoid him, but it's not what you want to see.
Yeah, and we saw Dan just flying off to the left as well. Chris just waiting for a clear gap in traffic. That's actually some sensible driving.
So Alex just runs a little wide, but it's enough to spin him off as he hits the gravel.
Yeah, that's going to be a big disappointment. And he sees Chris coming towards him. Oh! But he manages to stop in the middle of the circuit.
And here's Michael, the championship leader, making the same mistake. So isn't there some oil down? And he very narrowly avoids hitting Will as he comes back on the track.
Yeah, Will's going to want to make a bit of a gap now to him. Now he's got a bit of clear on board with seeing Ema now, with Chris in third as well, just ahead. Actually making the inroads. They've brought a new car here, and it's already looking on the pace. They said they delayed it because they just didn't have the right setup and tuning for the car, but they've got that now. They're immediately on the pace, and they're already looking for race wins.
You can see Jess Smith having very good pace in that car too, despite her earlier collision with Freddie, still running in the points.
Yeah, on board with Stephen and Daniel. Daniel running really slowly. I'd like to say that's an issue, but I think that's their genuine pace. They're all looking to start high up in the grid. But
Amy's still running well in 5th place. It seems to be Daniel specifically that's struggling with that car right now. It's Lyra.
The final corner's claimed another victim. Lyra running wide, over the curb, into the gravel, spinning it. Copying Chris there. What he did just earlier. He comes into the pits. Amy. Will.
15th pit stop.
Yeah, he's not too far away from the points, I don't think. But there's a big battle going on for those points. And he's going to be hard pressed to make up positions. Here we see Ema from 4th place coming into the pits. The highest of the people, one of the highest people to make their pit stops now.
Yes, and you got to remember that Ema was pretty much last after turn 1, so she is making an incredible recovery here.
Yeah. Here dropping down to 5th. Daniel might be able to sneak by as well, unless he's going to pit. We're seeing a lot of late pit stops here. Top 4 haven't pitted yet.
Much of an issue at this track, it seems. Here comes Jess.
Oh, but no, that's all gone wrong. Another victim at the final corner. She managed to keep it in a straight line so she can keep going, but she's lost.
And Michael has to swerve to avoid her.
Michael in 9th place from last position and spun off at turn 1. Here comes Stephen now going past into 7th place. That's a good move there. He has to make his pit stop. Callum in 5th.
He's locking up quite badly.
Yeah, he's the first, or the highest person to make their pit stop. Expecting him to come in about 3rd position. We'll have to see until everybody makes their pit stops. And here comes that 3rd position now, Chris. This can be really tight to see whether he's
Amy into the pits too, so this will put Callum back into 3rd place.
Yeah, Chris is going to be battling Emo as he comes out the pits now. Callum in a very comfortable 3rd place. Here he comes out the exit of the pit lane into 4th. Here comes Emo now. Blasting by, they're going to be side by side. And Ema's got past.
It's a lot easier than we thought it would be. Ema definitely made the other very well there.
Yeah. Now, Chris is going to have the fresher tyres, so we can see Ema goes up. So just moving up and 7th. Very good showing from the Cactus Motors, but here comes
Daniel off the track again. He's still in the points somehow. So that seems to be off the track more than on it, but
yeah, and
somehow.
nearly all his incidents have been turn 1. Oh, and that's Stephen from 9th position. I think he was yet to make his pit stop, but he's pulling off to the side of the track.
Comes Keir from the race lead into the pit stop, so Josh will temporarily take the lead.
Yeah.
And Keir having about 10-second-ish margin over Josh at this point, so this shouldn't be too much of an issue for him in terms of it shouldn't be too much of an issue, especially able to have the fresher tyres now, you know.
Yeah.
Josh waiting very long before coming into the pit lane. Obviously he's not having any issue with that. He will have to pit at some point.
Yeah, we saw the this from the last race, where they pitted really late with both of their drivers in the final 5 laps. They seem to be doing that strategy again, certainly for now racing and Josh.
It's preferable if your car is very easy on the tyres, then you can run out front and deal with it, and it makes sense to pit late. But it does rely on the car being on those tyres.
He went wide and he managed to keep it together. An interesting thing we saw there was Keir just being held up by Chris, or just coming up to back.
And after that mistake, Emo's closed the gap to 3.7 seconds down to Callum, so we may
that's-
yet see him be challenged for that 3rd place.
Yeah. Oh, that's another mistake from Daniel, I think, at the final corner. We didn't quite see that. We want to get another replay of that. But he's dropping out the points, which is a real shame for him.
It's Amy. Oh, it's Amy.
Oh, it's Amy instead. I thought it was the other frozen light. No, she just drops it at the final corner into the gravel, tries to spin it round. Can't successfully do it though.
Will she drop out of the points because of this? It does.
Oh, she stops. She just needs to keep going a little bit. It's Michael. Michael's off, and he's out of the race from 6th position. Oh, that's disaster. He made a great comeback through the field and was looking set to keep his championship lead. He just doesn't break into the 2nd corner.
Is that some kind of brake failure?
Possibly, or some sort of brain failure, because that's ridiculous. I don't know what he's doing there.
The championship leader.
Oh, Keir between 2 cars now, between Daniel and Chris. But he manages to get past both of them. He's not going to break it. Josh has made his pit stop now. He's out in 2nd place.
I think Keir has still got quite a comfortable gap over Josh, so we'll see how that goes. It's about 10 seconds still.
Oh, Ema blocking up. Tight right-hander. Just closing the gap down to Callum. An interesting thing we saw there was Jack is over a lap behind. He's actually just behind Josh. So if he can try and pressure Josh into a mistake, that will really help his team.
Yes.
Will turn 2 and 3. 2nd place is a really good recovery.
Considering all the incidents he's had, Will, especially with everyone else in front of him, so involved in many accidents. Here's Ema challenging Callum.
Yeah, we've got 2 laps to go, and she's right on his tail, and they've got a couple of back markers ahead as well. This is going to fall right into Ema's lap here. She's got much fresher tyres and is much quicker.
We'll see how we think the Fast Indius is still one of the more powerful cars on the grid, though. So we'll see if the Cactus Motors car has the power in a straight line to get past.
Yeah, but you know what I see ahead? I see a Gotta Go Fast car just up ahead.
You know
Anything could happen here. So we've got to be careful. Alex as well. So we've got Freddie in 16th and Alex in 17th.
We've both had an interesting race. Here comes
Eva's going down the outside. Oh no, going down the inside, the final corner. And she's looking to make over, she backs out of it. And both of the cars run wide. And Eva's the Gotta Go Fast has just disappeared from the track, and Freddie's off. Just stop crashing. Freddie turns in on Alex at the final corner. Alex runs wide, slows up both Callum and Ema. Certainly Ema a lot more than Callum. Keir being forced wide by the flash forward of Lyra from 9th position, and she stops.
On the last lap.
Lyra just gives up 9th position. Has she got a suspension failure maybe?
So Keir was trying to lap Lyra here. Lyra locked up and going straight on, and Keir being on the outside had nowhere to go.
Lyra dropping down. Looks like she's stuck there on the exit. Oh, they're both final lap. Lyra dropping out. I think that was a suspension failure there, which might be why. Here comes Ema now, coming up to the last couple of corners. She had to go into the final corner. The last lap that didn't go well.
Chris and Jack.
Oh, and Chris! crashes into Jack. Jack managing to recover. No, he's stuck on the edge of the track. Here comes Keir now to win the Chinese Grand Prix. Comes across the line. He is
Fantastic drive, great job.
That's hard to believe. They have done pretty well. And Josh comes across the line just ahead of Amy.
Excellent drive,
Thought that was
6
Callum
points.
for a second there. And here comes to the final corner. Callum, as I said, and Ema. There's nose to tails. They come around the final corner. Who's going to get the better run to the line? It's going to be side by side. Ema's coming alongside. She just managed to get past Callum.
Well done.
Less than a
We're on the
tenth of a
podium.
second between them.
Well done.
Oh, that was
We're in the
racing.
point.
He just goes up the side. Unfortunately, the race is already over. And side by side with Chris and Jess.
Well done.
Chris managed
We're
to get
in the
that.
point.
I think even closer by less than a tenth.
Yes.
Yes. Chris ran wide at the final corner. That's why he gave her such a good chance.
And here comes
just
Jess, and
flat out down the long straight.
there just
She
wasn't
was.
quite enough time.
If the line was only 50 metres further
Well
up,
done.
Jess would have
We're in
got
the
that
point.
fifth position.
Well
Chris
done.
just managed to.
There's a long gap to Will in 7th place. There was our critical score there, especially considering that Michael is out of the race.
Yes.
With Josh in 2nd, this puts Josh into the lead of the Drivers' Championship.
Wow, that's nice. Some big championship deciding factors have happened today. Yeah.